Hello everyone and welcome back to another Call of Duty Warzone video, and in today's video I'll be giving you the 3 best tips to increase your chances at winning the GULAG. I know there are a lot of videos about the GULAG on YouTube with different types of tips. While I am not promising you that you will win the GULAG every time, since the GULAG is a mind game and requires good aim as well to win. These tips will for sure help you, like it has helped me win my GULAG games at least 75% of the time. So without further ado, enjoy the video. Just to be clear, on the opening clip of me in the GULAG is definitely not the way how you should be playing your GULAG round. I just went full YOLO mode and got lucky with the finisher. Anyways, there are many videos out there on YouTube assuring you that you will win the GULAG 100% of the time, but that isn't true, because the GULAG is 50% mind game and 50% execution. So what do I mean by mind game? Well, you have different throwables such as flashbangs, claymore, C4, which can be thrown in different directions to give you an advantage. Also, the way you and your enemy run is hard to predict, as footsteps are super hard to hear in the GULAG. Then you still have to execute, meaning killing the enemy, which requires you to have better aim than your opponent, which requires some sort of skill. But don't fear people, the 3 tips I will be providing you will for sure help you. It will even help the people with less good aim. So let's get into it. For tip 1, you want to be looking at the side your enemy is facing at the beginning of each round. This is before the countdown goes from 3 to 1. I've been testing this out in many of my GULAG rounds, and I've come to a conclusion that some players pre-select a path they will run. They will either go right or left. This you can see by the side they are facing or looking at. Keep in mind, not all players do this. But around in 50% of my GULAG rounds, my opponent either is looking left or right, which gives me an advantage. Obviously, there are ways to counter this, just by standing still at the beginning of the round. Or you could simply bait them by looking left and then going right. Just remember, the GULAG is a mind game. For tip 2, it's to use your throwables strategically. Each round when you are in the GULAG, you get 2 different throwables, like a grenade, a flashbang, C4, claymore, and some others, which are super useful, but you can only use them after 3 seconds in each round. Be sure to use them, as it can help you kill your opponent or at least give you a big advantage in killing your opponent. A bonus tip here would be to not just throw them randomly, but actually use them strategically in order to gain an advantage over your opponent. For the 3rd and final tip, I would not advise you to run to your enemy's camp directly, because people who stand still or peek a certain angle have the advantage over someone who is running directly at them. This is why it's important to take your time in the GULAG and not to rush. I would only advise rushing your opponent if you get a good flashbang off. Otherwise, I would recommend you not to cross over the halfway point of the GULAG map and hold back until your opponent pushes you and makes a mistake. I really hope these tips will help you in your GULAG rounds. I have thought long and hard about this one, and I decided to make this video after having done hundreds of GULAG rounds. If you enjoyed this type of content, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and also leave me a comment down below if these tips have helped you win the GULAG more. Peace!